Moses went up on the mountaintop. You know this. I'm not saying anything that you don't know. And when he was there, he heard a voice that says, Moses, Moses. Imagine how this story would have played out. If Moses says, pardon me, Lord, but since I realize that I'm an Israelite now, I've actually changed my name. I've actually changed my name to Amayaka Yisrael. So could you please address me by Amayaka Yisrael? Because now I know my true roots. Moses was called Moses by Pharaoh's daughter. It was an Egyptian name. God spoke to Moses in the language that Moses understood. The changing of one's name, again, this is not my lesson. This was done 20, 30 years ago by Elder Shadrach. Is a terrible practice that should not happen among my people. God of Israel is the only one with authority to change names. He said, you are Abram. Your name should not be Abram anymore, but Abraham. You are Sarai. Your name should be Sarah. And both of you will have a son. His name will be Isaac. And, okay, you have Jacob. Jacob, your name is no longer Jacob, but Israel shall be your name. Look through the scripture from Genesis to Revelation and see if my fathers in great multitude changed their birth name on their own. It is an awful practice that we're seeing people did. The Khazars, the Khazarian Empire, when they wanted to learn about our God, they went and changed their names to names like ours. It is a Gentile practice. It is a pagan practice to be doing that. I just want you to think about that. One guy came into our lesson, I think it was our live lesson yesterday. And he says, I'm liking what I'm hearing, but I'm kind of distracted by the graven images. And we all had a good laugh, to be honest with you. He says, I'm kind of distracted with the graven images. Sometimes I wonder, what would that person have done if he was the high priest and he had to go into the Holy of Holies and he saw the cherubims with their two wings touching? What would he have done? Say, God, I can't go in there because there is a graven image. I want to go to Deuteronomy 5, verse 8. Again, this is for some of you guys who have said that we are, some say, we are the Christian version of the Israelite branch or flavor of Israel. Our Elder Shadrach is the furthest thing from a Christian. I do mean that, the furthest thing from a Christian. Don't get me wrong. We don't pull down any denomination or anyone with religions. We've got friends that are Christians, Muslims, Hindus, for sure. But what I cannot do, my brethren can do, is serve their God. But we have friends. We are like the Joseph. We are like the Daniels. We are like the progressive Israelites that was in the land of their captivity, working in the midst of strangers, being respected amongst our peers, and rising up to show them that we serve a great God. We are the ones endowed with the promises, the service, and the gifts of God. It's to show people your light, not to show people your anger and your vileness and your guile and your bitterness. It says, let your light so shine among men. Your light. Come on, people. We have been preaching this for generations. This is not new. For it was Moses and the prophets who laid this down for us. And even before them, our great fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, laid this down before us. This is a continuation of the same spirit. This is a continuation of the same family, the holy people of God, the Israelites. I said Deuteronomy 5, I think I said verse 8. So let me go there before I get too carried away. And what does it say in Deuteronomy 5, verse 8? It says, thou shalt not make thee any graven image, because I know that I'm going to read the comments in a couple of days, and someone's going to put this in there. Thou shalt not make thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the sea. It's not done. Let's keep reading. It didn't finish yet. Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them. You do not make an image to replace God. That's what that is. You don't make an image and go bow down and say, this be the God that brought us out of Egypt. You do not bow down and worship to it. That's the key. Now, I'm going to quickly try to juggle through this. Let's go to 1 Kings. 1 Kings chapter 7, 23. Again, for those of you listening, if you're hearing us, fire symbol, sevens, smash the like button, like, share, subscribe, and there is a $sign in the chat. You see it there. We have enabled monetization. Smash that $sign. Show your appreciation. Again, it goes towards us continuing to do this mission, which is to bring the truth to the four corners of this world. Please, please, and thank you in advance. So, 1 Kings 7, I would read from verse 23. And it always happens that the ones who troll our chat rooms and the ones who send emails and the ones who leave voicemails, they're never online when we're actually addressing these things. So I would hope that whoever was really uncomfortable because they saw two lions in front of our podium here that thought that's a graven image, I'm hoping they're online right now. So, 1 Kings 7 verse 23. This is the great King Solomon, an Israelite, our forefather, again, building the temple of the great God of Israel, where the God of Israel came down in a pillar of cloud and blessed it. Remember that. So, what was in that temple? And I'm going to read again from verse 23. And it says, and he made a molten sea, 10 cubits from one brim to the other. It was round all about, and its height was 5 cubits, and the line 30 cubits that compassed it round about. And under the brim of it round about, there were knops compassing it, 10 cubits, compassing the sea 2 rows. Listen, verse 25. And it stood upon 12 oxen, 3 looking north, and 3 looking toward the west, and 3 looking toward the south, and 3 looking towards the east. That must have been beautiful art, beautiful creation. My forefathers is a creative and talented people. You understand? Here is the difference. The children of Israel did not come to the temple to bow down to these 12 oxen. They did not serve those 12 oxen as a god. We got people who would have entered the court, the porch of Solomon, as soon as they seen that 12 oxen, they would have said, this is blasphemy, and turned back. But even God appeared in that temple. Who are you? God came down in a pillar of a cloud and heard Solomon's prayer and blessed that place. And nations came in to bring gifts to the great God of Israel. I could even go through and show you how Solomon built his throne. 6 lions to the left, 6 lions on the right, 12 lions. The the wonder of the world. But they did not go there to bow down to the lion and worship it as a god. Stop the nonsense.